Still waiting for live video signal.
We are back online. We are back online. Okay. Oh, we are very sorry for the break in the transmission. So we are back on the show again. So the next question we have here, we are going to the major deal of the day. What are the things that fosters bond in a relationship? You know, our topic says unbreakable bonds. What are those hidden secrets
Okay.
that strengthens
That's
marriages?
marriages.
Yes, that gives that makes a marriage to be blissful.
Okay. A lot. Marriage, like I to tell some persons, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is a beautiful experience. Marriage can be blissful. Are you getting it now? Marriage can be blissful. Marriage can be enjoyed, not to be endured. So you can actually enjoy your marriage. You can actually have a blissful marriage. You can have a wonderful experience with your spouse when, like I said earlier, you go into marriage with the understanding that this marriage is for better, for worse. No matter what happened in this marriage, I'm going to stay put. No matter the challenges that come into this marriage, I'm going to stay put. So you must carry that mindset first, that this marriage is going to last. We are not into marriage for a short time. We are into marriage for a long time goal. And for the marriage to be blissful, you must first of all remember how you start from. When you are into a relationship, there is this butterfly in our stomach that most of us have. When you see that brother, when you see that sister, there is this joy that comes into your heart. And you tell yourself, if I don't marry this sister, if I don't marry this brother, I will not marry another person. And now you are not into that marriage. And there are so many challenges. Or maybe the person that you used to know is not looking like that person anymore. So how do you not keep that marriage blissful? How do you not keep that marriage a happy one? One of the things you must know is for you to renew the fondness. Renew the amortization that you have in that marriage. Like I used to tell someone, that attraction that you have from the beginning, let it not die. You are attracted to this sister, you are attracted to that brother before you get into marriage. And now you are not in marriage. You must continually renew that fondness. You must continually renew that amortization. You love this person. You want to be with this person. So you keep renewing it. Renew the wine in that marriage. So that it will not become so boring. Because it is a long-term thing. Then another thing you must understand is that you must keep loving your spouse. The Bible says that man, love your wife. Woman, be submissive to your husband. Is that not what the Bible said? Man, love your wife. Woman, be submissive. I used to tell people that when a man loves his wife, submissiveness becomes very easy. Whatever you want that woman to do for you becomes very easy. But when you don't love your spouse, there will not be bliss in that home. So as couple that are in marriage, first of all, you must always love your wife. And as a woman, you must be submissive to your spouse. And not take submissiveness as what? As love. Ask any man, a woman that does the things that he wants her to do. He sees that woman as a woman that loves him. He sees that woman as a woman that wants to be with him. So men see submissiveness as what? As love. So when you love your wife, it becomes very easy for her to be submissive. Another thing you must do is that you must understand that there's going to be challenges in marriage. So you must be prayerful. Prayer is the key to what? To blissful marriage. How is your prayer altar? They say the family that prays together what? Stays together. Do you pray with your spouse? Do you pray about that situation with your spouse? Or are you just living in that marriage the way it comes? If you must have that bliss, fine, there are challenges. I know of couples that have challenges in their finance, but because of their prayer altar, that never went dry. They were still happy together as a couple. And at the end of the day, they were able to come out of that financial situation. And their marriage still stays intact. So you must be prayerful. Another thing, you must know that there must be issues that will lead you to want to hate your spouse. Your spouse will do something to you that will make you to want to hate him. This is not the man I used to love. This is not the woman I used to love. So what do? You must be ready to forgive. Forgiveness is very easy. But it's difficult to some persons. Because they are not ready to say sorry. It's not difficult for you to say, I'm sorry. I know I know I did wrong. My spouse, I'm sorry. I don't know if you are getting me now. So when you tell sorry most of the times, even when you know you are not the one at fault, you discover that those issues that would have become a time bomb in your home will naturally just die down. So you must be ready to forgive your spouse. Some person tells you they forgive, but they don't forget. If you don't forget, how do you forgive? I don't know if you are getting me. So you must be ready to forgive. At the same time, what? Forget. So if you forgive and forget, no matter what the person now does in the future, you don't just go back to reference. That's the same thing you did in the year 1900. Now you are repeating it in 2024. I don't know if you are getting it now. But because you lack that spirit of forgiveness, it brings about issues. But when you forgive your spouse easily, you'll discover that there will be bliss in that home. People will be like, do they not quarrel in this house? They do. But they have a way of just coming together, forgiving themselves, laughing over issues. You just go, don't talk in their matter, these two couples. Now you don't settle because they have a way of coming back together. I don't know if you are getting me now. Another thing you must understand that they said a bed that is cold can also lead to issues in marriage. Marriage has to do with sex. Sex is involved in marriage. So as couples that are married, do you know that this issue of sex crops into Christendom? People have many issues in marriages. People that have issues about sex are Christians, not even the pagans, because they feel sex is not holy. But I must make us understand today that sex is as good as holy. As a matter of fact, God is more interested in our sexual life. Because without sex, there is no procreation. So if you are in a marriage, you must be ready to give your body, soul, everything that you have to your spouse. Even the book of Proverbs, can we go there? Can we go to the book of Proverbs? When the Bible talks about satisfaction. The book of Proverbs. Let's just go through there. Let me see if I can get that. Proverbs, I think Proverbs chapter 5. Proverbs chapter 5, if you are there as the host, you can just quickly help us. But let me see if I can open it. Proverbs chapter 5, verse 18 to 19. Proverbs 5, 18. Proverbs 5, 18. Proverbs 5, 18 to 19.
Okay.
It says,
Proverbs 5,
yes,
verse 18
to 19. Okay.
Says, let thy foundation
Okay.
be blessed,
Okay.
and rejoice with the wife of your youth.
Okay.
Let her be as loving and pleasant robe.
Okay.
Let her breast satisfy thee
Okay.
at all times.
At all times.
And be thou ravished always with her love.
And be thou ravished always with her love. That is what blissful marriage entails. Be satisfied with the wife of your youth. Don't just think that now that you are in a marriage with her, that your sexual life should be cold. Some persons now, they don't even touch their wives for years because they feel their wife is no longer looking like the woman that they get married to, which is very wrong. We have heard couples complain that they've not had sex with their husband or their wife for so long. The Bible is making us to understand here that we should be what? Satisfied with the wife of our youth. Let her bring satisfaction to you. Let everything about her bring satisfaction to you. Let everything about her makes you happy. Makes you radiant. I don't know if you are following me now.
Yes, sir.
If he said even you are breast, that is how the Bible understands the mechanism of a woman. He said even her breast brings satisfaction to a man. So imagine if your sexual life is cold. Do you think that marriage will have a blissful marriage? It's not possible. He said, let her be as loving heed and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfied be at all times, and be thou ravaged always with her love. Whatever love she shows to you, whatever way she shows it, let her love makes you happy. Let it be pleasant to you at always. I don't know if you are getting me now. So these things brings about blissful marriages. It is not like some person will say, when I thought she was the will of God for me. Now that I'm married to her, she's not the will of God for me. And I tell people, whoever you get married to, whatever you choose for yourself is the will of God for you. So you must accept her the way she is.
So there's no second will.
There's no second will.
But
because
yes, permitted will of God. Is anything like permitted?
There is nothing like permissive will of God.
Okay, permissive will of God. Thank you.
Are you getting it now? Let me just manage her since I could not see the will of God for my life. No, there's nothing like that. Whoever you choose, because a woman is like a raw material to a man. So no matter how she's looking, if she's not, there are some persons that they changes their spouse. Let me use that word. When a man or the woman come into their life, the person becomes different. So your woman is like your raw material. Your man is like your raw material. You are a catalyst to him, and you are his raw material. It builds you to the level that he wants you to be. So if you marry her, and you think she's not the will of God, make her the will of God. Inside her, there is a will of God. Because she can be better. She can do better. We have seen women that used to wear trousers, maybe because of their lifestyle. And they get married to a man that doesn't allow that. And over time, they accept it. And they become that woman. You see them, you call them a godly woman. But have you checked her past? Was she like that before?
Are you
getting it now? So she becomes the will. Are you getting it? She becomes the will of God for you because she is your raw material. You made her to become who you want. There are some men too. They also like a woman that puts on trousers. So if a woman does not put on trousers before now, they make her to start putting on trousers. That becomes the will of God for them. You can't change it. You can't beat around the bush about it. The will of God is who you choose. Like I said earlier, you don't start hearing God in the issue of marriage when you have not been hearing God in the issue of your career, in the issue of your business, in the issue of your life.
So, like a man that
you have not seen God's face before now.
Before now, for anything.
For anything.
When it's time for
marriage. When it's not time for marriage, you now go to a mountain in Akumba, in Akoko, or wherever. You are there, father.
Why?
And you have a description of father.
Why not in Oluku?
If there's a mountain in Oluku, you can go to Oluku. Are you getting it now? You have a description of a woman in your mind. But you are praying for the will of God. Doesn't work that way. It doesn't. So if you must have a blissful home, let your will be your will. It is what you choose. It's your property. It's your decision. Some persons save their husband's names as my choice. Their wife's names as my choice. Nobody chooses her for you. So make your choice the will of God. You are a Christian, so make her a Christian. If she doesn't know the things of God, make her to know the things of God. And you start your homes become blissful.
Sorry to cut you short. You said if she's not a Christian, make her a Christian.
Yes.
Is it possible for a man to change a man? I think
yes.
it's only God that changes
That's what I'm telling you, that people do things for love. I have a friend today. She's from Aunchi. And Aunchi, you know that they practice Muslim. Majority of them, they are Muslims. Majority of the families in Aunchi, they are from Muslim family. She's from a Muslim family. Her husband is a redeemer. They were dating while they were in school. Sometimes you follow him to campus fellowship. I don't know if you are getting me now. Sometimes Because of love, she just discovered that over time, she was not seeing herself going to mosque. She was just seeing herself gradually creeping into the campus fellowship. Before you know it, she becomes a Christian. And today she's a Christian, they are workers and redeemed.
Wow.
So that's why I told you that you can only work on someone that wants you to be known, that wants you to know them. I don't know if you get. You can only change someone that wants to be changed. You don't force change.
Okay.
And somebody only reveal himself to you if the person wants you to know him.
Okay, will it not be like a form of trying to drive someone out of their will? Now, take for instance, like we've heard of a case of a brother because he loves this lady, loves this girl, so he decided to turn himself to a Christian just to win her attention.
And I made an instant like that when I was talking about a brother that was a Muslim, pretended going to the campus fellowship, pick a sister, and then change her back to the Muslim. That's deceit.
Okay.
I don't know if you're getting me now, but this one is from your heart. Nobody is forcing you. I don't know if you're getting me now. The person is not preaching Christianity to you. He's not even telling you to change from being a Muslim. He loves you and he accepts your religion. And he goes into a relationship with you like that. He knows you were a Muslim before he approached you. And he never talks about you changing to Christianity. And he goes ahead. And while you are there, you begin to see the lights. And if you feel you want to stay with the light in Christianity, you go out. It's a willing decision. You don't preach to, you don't tell a person, as you are dating now, you have to change from being a Muslim. Didn't you know that she was a Muslim before you go into it? I don't know if you get. That's where people. I didn't get married to a man that, forced me into changing to someone I don't want to be. I don't know if you are following me now. He accepted me the way I am. Over time, I also accepted what he wants. And we became close. And then we got married. So that's it. You don't force religion on people. You don't force certain lifestyle on people. So that's how it goes. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. Now it's time to take questions from our listeners. If you have any question, you'll be listening to our counselor, Mrs. Adefabi Jubilee, for some time now. So it's time to ask your question. If you have any question to ask her, she's here to answer your question. You can drop your questions on the comment box. On Facebook, if you are watching us on Facebook, you can drop your question now. And if you are watching on Instagram, you can kindly drop your question.
Yeah.
So while we are waiting for our viewers for their questions, okay. while we are waiting for our viewers for their questions, so Mama, we've heard of people that are in abusive marriages. So, what do you think? Is it proper for them to stay, or they should walk out of such a relationship?
Definitely, you need to walk out of an abusive relationship.
But I think the Bible says what God has joined together, let no man put asunder.
When you are talking about relationship, it's different from marriage.
Okay.
When you are in a relationship with someone that you are not married to, and is already abusive, okay, talking down at you, giving you both physical, mental, and emotional abuse, it is time for you to leave. It's like a red flag. I don't know if you're getting it. A physical abuse, mental abuse, or even emotional abuse is a red flag in a relationship. So you must walk out of such relationship. It's not something you can live without. I don't know if you are getting me now. So, but when it comes to marriage, when you are in marriage and you are faced with an abusive spouse, all you need to do, sometimes you need what we call separation. You have to separate for some time so that those things that made that relationship or that marriage to be abusive can be sorted out. So you must work on those areas during that period of separation. And if it's something that you can actually work on, try as much as possible to work on those areas and then seek help. Go for counseling, pray about it, whatever is causing challenges and whatever is making your spouse to be abusive, pray to God to help you to surmount them. And at the end of the day, you discover that that period of separation also brings about that period that both of you can come close again. And those things will be resolved through prayer, through counseling, and then you can now come back together. You can now come back together as one. So that's how I think you can actually deal with an abusive spouse.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So, all right. I hope you've been enjoying the program.
I hope so too.
So, this is not going to be the end of this program. We're going to be having some other live sections like this in future time. And if you are watching us, please do well to subscribe to this page, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Facebook too. Please join all our platforms. It's going to be an exciting moment, and it will continue to be an exciting moment as you have seen already. So we are still waiting for your questions. Do you mean there's no question? Meaning everything is clear?
Everything is clear. They can also drop it even after the live session anyway. So we'll just answer them.
All right. You heard our counselor said you can drop your question later in case you have no question. Maybe we've already answered your question. You can kindly drop them on the comment section. We'll come back and ensure that we'll answer all your questions. We'll react to them, respond to your questions. All right. So I think with this, we have come to the end of the show. Can we have a close remark from you? What advice do you have for young couples out there and people that are intending to go into a relationship? So what advice do you have for them? Before we wrap up the show.
I would just say that one thing you must understand, that the Bible have made us to understand that a man must love his woman. So you must look out for love from a man before you go into any relationship. Look out for a man that puts you into consideration, that puts your thoughts into consideration, that puts your feelings into consideration. Not the ones that doesn't really care about how you feel or what you do. So you must look out for someone that puts you into consideration. Look out for a man that puts you into consideration at all times, that have your interest.
Okay, what are the signs that that make you know a man loves you? Okay,
Okay, I think I answered that one
yes,
initially.
yes. What are
That
the
he
signs
must
that
put
make
you into consideration. That is one thing you must know. He must always protect you. I don't know if you are getting me now. He must put you into consideration. He must always protect you. He must always spend time with you. You know, at least out of 24 hours a day, you should be able to have a time to, like, want to call you or text you or even want to check feelings at heart at all time. I don't know if you get me now. So he must spend time with you, have your thought at heart, consider you in everything that he does, make sure that you are happy, and be there for you generally. So you will know that this person truly loves you. It's not always. They think about themselves, they think about things that benefit them. If it doesn't benefit them, they are not involved. So such person, you have to, if he loves you and look up to you, then you will know that he loves you. I pray the Lord Almighty will help us in Jesus' name.
I hope we, and if the question is not yet attended to, you can still drop your comment. We will attend to them later. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening and for viewing. We are glad